Alright, I'm back again with another video. And this video is going to be a continuation of the last video that I did regarding the YouTubers e-begging in the black sector. And it's also going to be a response to another video that I watched by a YouTuber who was asking for donations from his subscriber base to contribute to his Patreon account. I'm not going to call out any names, but I don't agree with the way that he went about asking for his donations. I believe that he used a psychological manipulation tactic and coercion in order to guilt trip his subscribers and his viewers into donating money to him. Like I said in the last video, I don't think there's anything wrong with viewers supporting their favorite YouTubers, provided that the YouTuber is giving them some sort of perceived value in exchange for the money that they're spending. I think what he should have done, instead of trying to shame or guilt trip his subscriber base into giving him money, what he should have did was to demonstrate to the viewers what they would be getting. What exactly is it besides running your mouth and uploading videos to YouTube? What exactly will the viewer be getting in exchange for giving up some of their hard-earned money? It's not enough to get on camera and to upload videos simply discussing social issues or to give social commentary. It's not enough to talk about bad behaviors within the black community. Talking about celebrity gossip is not enough, which that's not something that I'm really interested in. You know, if I want to get information on celebrity gossip, all I have to do is go to the store and look through a People magazine or go on E Online or watch the Wendy Williams show. So celebrity gossip does nothing to improve the quality of my life. And that's not something that I'd be willing to spend money for. These YouTubers who are asking for donations may not want to hear this, but most people are of the mindset of what's in it for me. They're stuck on that frequency of what's in it for me. So unless they can see the benefit behind parting with their hard-earned money, they're not going to give you anything. I haven't done a whole lot of investigating into the Patreon accounts of these some of these YouTubers, so I can't really comment too much on that, whether they're actually giving any value or not. But I think it would help their case if they were to provide some level of transparency as to where exactly the funds are going to be going for the money that they're asking for. Like, how exactly is this money being spent? And it's not good enough to say that the money is being used to fund my dreams or to cover my living expenses, because everybody has living expenses, and it's not your subscriber's responsibility to pay your bills. Get up off of your behind and work, get a job in order to pay your bills. I would like to see, if it were me and I were spending my money, I would want to see some transparency. You can't, as a small business owner, you can't go to a bank and ask for a small business loan without laying out your entire business plan and how you're going to pay the money back. and how that money is going to be spent. It just wouldn't fly if you were to go into a bank and ask for money without being able to explain how you're going to grow your business and pay the money back. And I think that it should be the same way with people who are asking for money um, from their patrons. They should be able to explain how this money is going to benefit the community as a whole, and not just giving money to them, to the YouTuber, for them to use for their own selfish means. I mean, I would have to have access to financial accounting records in order to determine whether my Patreon contribution would be worth it or not. And see, not only that, I would also have to see something concrete, a concrete and tangible benefit to me or either the community. Like, for instance, I would have to see where, in this case, the YouTuber could be able to say something like, I'm working on a project that will bring jobs to the black community, or I'm working on a project that will benefit black children within the black community, or benefit the homeless in the black community, something along those lines, and not just a business venture that would benefit mainly the YouTuber. Some people are calling this man a scam artist. I'm not going to go as far as calling anyone a scam artist without doing a thorough investigation. So far from the looks of it, it doesn't look like he's giving or providing anything of true substance or value to the black community for people to want to part with $5 a month. Like, I personally like this man's content, and I like the content of some of the other black YouTubers who are asking for donations. And maybe I'll make a one-time donation to some of these people that I like through PayPal, but I'm not going to be donating $5 a month to anybody unless I can see some real tangible value, because $5 is a lot of money to some people. The thing that they're not, I'm assuming that their target audience is the black community, and what they're not considering is that the median household income, or I think it's according to this, either the Census Bureau or the Federal Reserve, the median household income for the United States in 2016 was somewhere in the neighborhood of about $56,000 a year. And that's not a whole lot of money, especially for a family that includes children. Some people are up to their eyeballs in debt and are barely scraping by. So $5 is a lot of money for some people. And do you realize what you can do with $5 a month if it's properly invested? You can take $5 a month and turn that $5 a month into $100, and then turn that $100 into $1,000, and then turn that $1,000 into 10,000. So $5 is actually a lot of money, especially for a family who's just scraping by. So in order for you to convince somebody to part with their $5 a month, you got to show them where it will be worth it. Listening to that particular YouTuber's video, asking for donations, I kind of felt like I was sitting in church and being played by a pimp pastor, for real. Like, the only difference is that he's not a pastor. And I also kind of felt like he was doing that Umar Johnson number on us back when Umar Johnson was very disappointed at the black community for not giving money to him to build his school for black children. You know, how he referred to black people as trifling because they don't support the black community and black causes enough, which is kind of true. You know, they have valid points. The black people in this country, at least, I don't know how the black people are in other predominantly black nations, but black people in the United States do seem to suffer from that Willie Lynch crab in the bucket mentality, to where they may not be happy to see another black person progress to a level higher than the level that they are on. You know, they don't want to see anybody happy and doing better than themselves. Black people in this country tend to not support other black people in their business ventures. Black people don't participate enough in cooperative economics where they're sharing resources and spreading the wealth in the black community and helping, where we're united in building and creating wealth for the black community and for the future generations. Black people just ain't united enough. And it's sad to say, but a black person will allow an Asian or someone, an outside group, to come into the black community to set up shop to become millionaires before they'll allow another black person to in the black community to prosper. Those YouTubers who brought that up said that black people don't support each other. They're right. They have a valid point, but then at the same time, they're not entitled to support from the black community automatically. It just goes back to what I said in that first video. You have to show where you're providing value. Just because you're black doesn't mean that everybody has to support you or that they should support you. Some of these YouTubers who are asking for the donations are treating their subscribers like investors. And any person with an investor mindset is going to want to know how much risk they're getting themselves into by contributing their money. They're also going to want to know how much risk the person is incurring who's offering the investment. You know, do they have any skin in the game? Or are they expecting for the projects to be 100% funded by investor money? In the end, I think what it all comes down to is this: they didn't begin with the end in mind. That quote comes from this book called The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen R. Covey. And I think that's habit number 2: begin with the end in mind. They didn't start with a solid business plan and a vision for the future. They didn't save their money. They didn't manage their money wisely, and they didn't save their AdSense money. And they failed to realize, or they failed to remember, that they have no ownership in Alphabet Inc. They failed to remember that they have no ownership in Google, and they have no control basically over their earnings through Google AdSense. Google AdSense earnings aren't consistent. One month, a large YouTuber may get a check for $5,000, and then the following month, their check may drop to $1,000 a month. So it's unpredictable and inconsistent. So it's foolish for any person to depend on AdSense as a long term source of income. So, what a smart person would do is save whatever earnings they receive from Google AdSense, save a portion, and then reinvest a portion back into their business in order to diversify and to grow their business. That's what a smart person would do. But I suspect that they were mismanaging their money, spending recklessly, and living above their means. I don't know if they have jobs outside of producing content for YouTube, but if they were looking at YouTube or producing content for AdSense as their sole sense of income, then that would have been a stupid mistake.